Hello wonderful people, and welcome to the maiden edition of Let's Talk About It, brought to you by Farm Entertainment. I am your host, Alali. This will be a safe space where we talk, we interact, and we connect through intriguing topics that will be brought to you live on this show. So sit tight as we introduce to you the first topic we have on this segment. Top on our list, we have the concept of relationship. So what is relationship? Relationships can be seen as the connection between people, objects, or concepts, or generally you could say that it is the state of being connected. Let's get right into what we have for you today. Influence. Well, when you hear the word influence, what comes to mind? The first thing that comes to my mind is that thing that shapes our thinking, shapes the way we act and our lifestyles, how we react to things. Yeah, and even the man behind the camera can agree that influence does not happen one day, it happens over time. And it's one thing that young people tend to forget, that influence is something that happens over time. It doesn't just happen today. So we should know that when they say evil communication corrupts good manners, it does not mean once that one experience happens, you get influenced by it. Now I'm going to tell you one very funny experience that happened to me about this thing called influence. So I was this kind of person that I do not speak pidgin. I do not like speaking pidgin. I would confess each and every day that I do not listen, I do not speak, I do not communicate in pidgin. But guess what? I entered the uni, I stayed with some girls in a room, and every day they would speak pidgin, and I was still be holding strong. I'll say I won't speak. But today, guess what? You could give me a distinction in pidgin English. So that's how I started speaking pidgin. Don't judge me. So Napoleon Hill said that influence plants seed of either good or negative in the minds of others. That's to tell you how powerful influence is. Now I'll be asking you some few questions. What's your take on relationship and influence? And what do you think is the most common form of influence? And if you don't mind, tell us how this influence affected you personally in the comment section. Once influenced in a particular way, it is often hard to let go of the new character in your story. Very sad, right? Now, let's consider the questions on the screen. Moving on, we have now come down to the question of how relationship and influence are linked. Let's listen to what Dan Brutner said. He said the people you surround yourself with influence your behaviors, so choose friends who have healthy habits. I'll paraphrase it as this: the energy you surround yourself with, because here, remember, we are not talking about just people. We are also talking about past experiences, society, and even social media. So the energy you surround yourself with tends to influence you to a very wild level. You can agree with me that your network would influence your net worth. Word. Clap for me. So, knowing this, we should know that things that we surround ourselves will affect us. So what should we do? We should check things that we actually surround ourselves with. Growing up, I was really scared of influence. I decided not to socialize, not to talk to anybody. It was really very funny. But I realized that I wasn't scared of influence, but I was scared of the change that came with influence. So it is up to us to set our boundaries, to put the check on what we surround ourselves with, and I'm sure we'll do just fine. Thank you for watching. I remain your host, Alali, and this is Let's Talk About It, brought to you by Farm Entertainment. See you next weekend, same time, same place.